But I can't see you.
Okay, let's wait for a minute. Maybe Skype is still loading, okay?
Okay.
Oh, is that your brother with you?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, what's your name?
Johnny.
What? Zani?
Johnny.
Johnny? Johnny? Oh, that's a nice English name. Hello, my name is Teacher Diana. How are you, Johnny?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Okay, anyways, Amy, how's your week so far?
Mm, well, I'm going to school in the morning.
Oh, so
And
you have classes already in the morning?
yes.
Okay. And what else? What
And
about your weekend, your Saturday, since we don't have a class, right? Teacher
mm,
wasn't around. So what are the things that you did?
I still learning.
With
I
who?
I learn from Monday to Saturday.
Mondays to Saturdays? Is it online class or from your school?
From my school.
Okay, so are you having a good time having to study with your teachers in school and do you miss your classmates?
Yes.
Of course you do. Okay, so Amy, teacher will now share the screen with you. Please let me know if you can see the book or not, okay?
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so let us have a talk, okay? So we are going to read this one more time. So can you still remember that we have read this one already last time?
Yes.
Do you want to read it again or let us proceed to answering or let us proceed to the next topic?
I think we will in the next topic.
Okay, so let us proceed to page 63 of your book. Okay, we are going to have a little spice, okay?
Okay.
So, Amy, when you've heard the phrase or the sentence, a little spice, what comes into your mind first? How do you understand that line or that phrase? Mm-hmm.
I think that
You think?
spice is just like eat something that's very hot and it make our throat some kind of uh,
Uh-huh.
coughing, some kind of coughing.
Yeah, especially when you're not used to eating something spicy or pepperish, right? Okay, since you're from Vietnam, I have known that people from your country likes to eat something that is hot or spicy, right? Especially a soup. And I've tried eating a soup that is a dish from Vietnam and it's really good. Like Vietnam, yes, your country is known for its yummy and savorish what do you call this soup, right?
Yeah, soup.
Okay. So, Amy, are you also someone who likes to eat something that is hot or spicy or not?
Yes.
Really?
More hot and spicy, it will be more good.
Really? Do you believe so?
Yes.
Okay, as for me, I really don't like eating something that is spicy. It's not really, yeah, it's not really my thing. But other people are saying that, the weather is cold or the weather is rainy. You should eat something that is spicy because it can ease the weather's, effect on your body, something like that. I know that it is effective, but for me, I think it's not. Okay, so now I want you to read the paragraph that is on the screen, and then later on, we are going to answer questions, okay?
Okay.
Can you please read the paragraph, Amy?
People without a regular routine every day
Mm-hmm.
soon get tired of uncertainty. So they look more stability. But most of us Follow a regular schedule instead. And we need to look for something new and exciting that will relieve in boredom. It isn't so hard to do actually. We can have different meals. Sometimes we can eat before showering and shower before eating at other times. Maybe we can vary away much control over what time we need to be there. It's always possible to change the way we look or dress and the people we spend with time with. None of these change is very radical, but taken together each will help add some spice to our otherwise boring life. Too
Okay.
much spice leads to heartburn.
Yes, and that's true, Eating something that is too much, that has too much spicy or too much pepper, too much of something like what you call this, can add up to make it more spicy is not good for our heart. Sometimes you can experience heartburn after you eat something that is really, really spicy. And the best example of that one is what we call pepper, chili, what else? And a lot more, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. As for you, Amy, I know that you usually cook in the kitchen. So I also believe that you use a lot of spices when you cook, aside from pepper and salt, right?
No. No.
Not really?
Yes.
Okay, so when you cook, Amy, do you usually cook something that is in need of spices? Mm-hmm.
I don't really know.
No? What do you
Just
mean no?
sometimes.
Sometimes only?
Yes. Because
Okay.
spice, I don't like too much spice really.
Okay. Okay, that's correct. But, as for the paragraph that we have here on the screen, there it says that it isn't so hard to do or to prepare something or to eat something that has spices on it. Otherwise, it makes our food more delicious and savory, right?
Yes.
Can you imagine eating something that doesn't have salt or pepper? What does it taste like, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let us answer the questions here, Amy. So, question number one is, if we add spice to our routine, does that mean we add salt or pepper? What do we really mean by that expression? Okay, so we're not talking about food here, okay? We're not
Okay.
talking about food in the first question. So, what is the meaning of add spice to our routine? Can you
Add
please answer that? Mm-hmm.
to our routine. Just like we eat spice every day,
Mm-hmm.
and we know how spice tastes, and we eat it every day.
Okay, that's your answer. Okay, so I want to elaborate or explain this one for you. So when we say add spice and we are going to refer or compare it to our daily life or our daily routine, that means that just like when it comes to food, we need to add some spices to make it taste good or savory, right? To make it
Yes.
taste delicious. So however, when we are going to talk about our life or our daily routine, it talks about like if we are going to do things that is outside of our comfort zone, it can really make our life more interesting or happier, right? It
Yes.
shouldn't be like we need to stuck into something that we are used to doing or we are used to having as a routine every day. For example, if you are having a routine like go to school, eat, and go home, it's boring, right?
Boring. Very
It's
boring.
boring. Okay, so you need to add some spice to make it more interesting and lively. For example, you wake up in the morning, you do some exercises, you open your social media accounts, You watch YouTube videos, something like that. You go to school, go home, and then do some more activities, right?
Yes.
So, by that, you can make your life more interesting and lively, right?
Yes.
Do you agree, Amy?
I'm a
Okay. So, I want to ask you one more question regarding this. So, how do you make your life more interesting? What are the spices that you add or you put into it to make your life more interesting?
mm,
Are you the person or are you the kid who goes to school, go home, eat, and then sleep?
no, not
No?
that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
something add to that. Just
Okay.
something add to that.
Just like what?
Just like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe drawing, reading books, or planting plants in the garden. Somehow that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. So, Amy, sometimes it is really a must for us, right?
Yeah.
To add something to our life to make it more interesting. It doesn't mean like if we are the person who goes to school and go home, we need to do that or follow that kind of rule every time. It is going to make us feel bored, like really, right?
That's boring.
Yes. Okay. Number two. What kinds of changes are easy to make? Okay, for you, Amy, what are the changes in your life or in your daily routine that is easy for you to make or to decide to make?
Daily routine.
Yes?
Reading books.
Reading books? Really?
Yes.
What else? Aside
Planting.
from reading books.
Planting plants.
Uh, ooh, really?
Yes.
You are interested in doing that?
Yes.
Okay, now, let's go to number three. What is the difference between people who are in a rut and people who do not have a regular routine?
Mm,
Mm-hmm. When we say people in a rut, those persons who are always busy, who have a lot of things to do in a day and they do it like daily, and compared to a person who doesn't have a regular routine.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
in the rut is
Yeah.
be careful and always excited and always do their daily routines always. And
Mm-hmm.
someone don't have a regular routine will be quite
Quite what?
I not really I don't know how to describe this.
Uh-huh. But you need to describe
Uh,
it for me to be able to understand what you want to say, though.
just like not regular and always blah blah blah. Always.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I understand your point. I understand your point. Okay. So now let's have another topic to talk about, Amy. So let's go here. So what have you learned about our topic that talks about our daily routine?
We must do our daily routines and do it every day.
Yes, when we talk about daily, it means like every day, right? Okay, so do you understand our topic about daily routine, Amy?
Yes.
Okay, so now let us proceed to the next one. Okay, so our new topic is about lesson 5. I like school. Okay, now, so Amy, are you the person who likes to go to school and study?
Yes.
Really?
Not that. Just um,
What?
sometimes it's too quite boring.
Yeah?
Like blah blah blah. Talk too many times.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Amy, so I know that you like to study and you like to go to school. But is there also a time where you hate or hated to go to school because of your teacher or of your classmates, something like that?
Yes.
Really?
Not
Like
really. Not really.
why did it happen? Why is
Mm,
it you find going to school sometimes boring?
because talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
They, they talk too much, and we have a lot of writing.
Uh-huh. Really?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Me too. It's same with me. Now, sometimes it really gets into the mind, or especially mentally, right? When we talk about mental issues, something like that, mental health, it really matters if a student is learning or not, If it is, or it requires too much effort for the student, yeah, to do a lot of activities in school, especially now that everything is done virtually or online, right? You cannot ask questions to your teacher because they are not there presently. Otherwise, you are going to ask for some help to your mom or to your dad because they are the ones who are there with you presently, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's easier for you, Amy? Is it easier for you to have your studies online or do your studies in school, like physically in school?
Mm,
What's harder? Hmm?
I think it's. I think it's
What's harder, having your class online or having to go to school every day to study?
learning online.
Okay, why?
Because learning online, we can't talk to each other much,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not good.
Why is not good?
It's not good to communicate.
Really? Why is it it's not good to communicate? I mean, you've got the medium to
Mm,
communicate to your teacher by using your
talk just like that.
Mimi.
No, my
Okay, okay.
times they outclass,
Uh-huh.
so that's why it's not good. Mhm.
Re- that is really the struggle of a lot of students, not only you, especially now that the classes are done online, okay? Every time, not all the time, or not all students can catch up or can understand if what is the teacher's trying to talk or explain to them online, right?
Yes,
Okay, so it is really a big problem for them to understand if what is the lesson all about, how are they going to answer their activities, how are they going to be able to pass their activities on time, right?
yes,
Okay, so I think it's not only you who is having this struggle, but a lot of you, right?
yes.
Okay, so let us have a warm up dialogue for our new topic. So this is called model life. Ooh. Okay, so I will be reading the lines of the dad, and you will be reading the lines of Lisa. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so let us start.
I hate school.
When I was a student, sometimes I hated it too, but it wasn't all bad.
What do you like about it?
Well, I like being with my friends. Some of them are still very close to me to this day.
But I like being with them better when we're not in school. Then we can do what we want to do.
I always enjoyed the challenge of learning new skills. I wouldn't be where I am today in my profession without them.
They, but I'm going to be a model. Models don't need to know math.
They do if they're not going to be cheated by their agents. They also need to learn to enjoy reading a good book because they sit around for many hours with nothing to do.
And I hate my teachers. They're too strict and they assign too much homework.
Well, you have a point there, I guess, but aren't there some teacher that you like? I've heard you say some pretty good things about your English teacher.
Oh, he's all right, I guess, but I wish he taught something more interesting and more useful than English.
Okay, so let us bolden some lines here that really needs to be understood by you, Amy. You know, when someone or a kid has a passion when it comes to modeling and doing stuff like that, they are not interested on studying anymore, especially when it's about mathematics, right?
Yes,
If they know to themselves that they want to be a model someday when they grow up, they're not interested to study about mathematics anymore, but English, right?
yes,
Because they believe that they are going to travel one day. If they're going to be a model, they're going to travel to countries just like Paris or America or Europe, something like that. And it doesn't require a lot of knowledge about mathematics, but usually you just need to be a very good speaker of the English language when you're going to be a model, right?
yes,
Okay, so Lisa believed that it doesn't require her to study more about mathematics if she wants to be a model when she grows up. Do you believe in that, Amy? I mean, like, do you agree about Lisa's point here on the dialogue?
yes,
Okay, not all of us needs to study about mathematics because we cannot use it on our daily life when we grow up.
yes.
Really? You know what, Amy? I
What
am also, yeah. You know what? Mm-hmm.
what
Okay. What do you mean? What does that mean? By what?
what did you say last time?
Okay. It means like, yeah, for me, like, not all people or not all kids like you wants to study mathematics because they believe that they cannot use it on their daily life. Not every day we are solving numbers, right? Okay, so not every day we can use mathematics, but it is useful when we are talking about money, right?
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, you know what? As for my own opinion, Amy, mathematics is useful in a way that it can help us how to manage our finances, our money, something like that. But when we talk about being, what they call this, passionate about modeling, something like that, just like what Lisa is trying to say on the dialogue, she believes that she doesn't need mathematics in her life if she is really going to be a model when she grew up, right? Yeah. Are you going to ramp on the runway and use solve mathematics, something like that? No, it doesn't go that way, right? It's weird. But anyways, Amy, ooh, time is so fast. Okay.
Aww.
Yeah. So don't worry because we still have a class tomorrow until Thursday, right? So we are going to talk more about this topic tomorrow, and I'll see you again on our next class. Don't forget to study your book in advance, okay?
Okay,
Very good, Amy. So that's it for tonight's class. Goodbye, Amy. Nice to talk to you.
teacher.